マキマさん、ポップコーン食べる？
うん。どうも。デンジ君、映画見てるから喋らないでね。
マキマさん。
ちょっとデンジ君、このシーンが本当に好き。
マジ？
何か私だけとても恥ずかしいもののみんなとっても似合ってて素敵だよ。一礼。
Dungeon ni Dei wo Motomeru no wa Machigataru Daruka. Genres: action, adventure, comedy, romance, fantasy. Life in the bustling city of Arario is never dull, especially for Belcranel, a naive young man who hopes to become the greatest adventurer in the land. After a chance encounter with the lonely goddess Hestia, his dreams become a little closer to reality. With her support, Bell embarks on a fantastic quest as he ventures deep within the city's monster-filled catacombs, known only as the Dungeon. Death lurks around every corner in the cavernous depths of this terrifying labyrinth, and a mysterious power moves amidst the shadows. Even on the surface, survival is a hard-earned privilege. Indeed, nothing is ever certain in a world where gods and humans live and work together, especially when they often struggle to get along. One thing is for sure though, a myriad of blunders, triumphs, and friendships await the dauntlessly optimistic protagonist of this Herculean tale.
何してんの
3秒ルールのデモンストレーション。
3秒ルールってあるか。いくらローカルルールだって。で、
感想は？
すっげえ柔らかかったって何言わせるの。だからアキコ戻ってこい。
Oni-chan Daikido Aisai Areba Kankanai Yone. Genres: comedy, romance, ecchi. After their parents' deaths, brother and sister Akito and Akiko Himanakoji were forced to live with separate families for 6 years. But now, they have finally reunited and begin to live together. It quickly becomes apparent that Akiko harbors romantic feelings for her brother. However, Akito only sees her as a sibling. When 3 more girls, Anastasia Nasuhara, Arishi Nikado, and Ginbei Harumi Sawatari, move into their apartment, Akiko's hopes of living alone with her brother vanish. Moreover, these girls also like Akito in one way or another, making it even more difficult for Akiko to gain her brother's undivided attention. As the girls fight over who should take care of Akito, they display various eroticisms that may be a little too...
だるまさんが転んだ。ちょっと落ち着いて。頼む、話をしたいだけなんだ。
王子さん、そういういきなりなのは良くないです。とても良くないと思うです。
付き合った。
Hentai Oji to Warawanai Neko. Genres: comedy, romance, supernatural. Yuto Yokadera wants to be seen in a way different from most men, as a pervert. However, his lewd actions are often misinterpreted as good intentions, and people cannot see his true nature. Upon hearing rumors of a cat statue that can banish an unwanted trait, he searches for it and prays for his facade to be removed. But each wish comes at a price. Those unwelcome traits are transferred to someone else who desires them. After realizing that vocalizing his dirty thoughts is not the best thing, Yuto decides to regain his lost traits by seeking out the person who received them. Unfortunately, he was not alone in praying to the cat statue, and now he must not only fix his life, but the lives of others as well. Osana Najimi Gazetai ni Makinai Love Comedy. Genres: comedy, romance. Suhara Maru is childhood best friends with one of the Hozumino High School's most popular girls, Kuroha Shida. Cute, outgoing, and affectionate, Kuroha is the perfect older sister type. She has boys constantly begging at her feet to be with her. Yet, when she confesses to Suhara one day, he immediately rejects her. He just can't think of her in that way. Besides, he already has his sights set on his first love, school idol and renowned author Shirokusa Kachi. Suhara believes that he has a chance with Kachi after one fateful meeting, but soon he finds out that Kachi has a boyfriend. With his dreams now shattered, Suhara agonizes over what could have been. That is, until Kuroha approaches him with a proposal. Let's get revenge. Oredaki Hareru Kakushi Dungeon. Genres: action, adventure, fantasy, ecchi. Despite his noble title, Noir Starga is at the bottom of the social hierarchy. Because of this, his fellow nobles oppress him and treat him like garbage. However, he possesses a rare yet powerful ability to communicate with the Great Sage, an oracle who grants Noir the answer to absolutely anything. After failing to secure a job as a librarian, Noir decides to join the Hero Academy. He knows he must become stronger to enter the institution. The Great Sage advises him to explore a hidden dungeon within the mountains. There, Noir meets Olivia Servant, a beautiful yet enchained maiden trapped within the labyrinth. Olivia bestows upon Noir a set of ridiculously powerful skills that grants him virtually total control over reality. Naturally, there is a catch. Every time Noir attempts to use his powers, his life points decrease, putting his life at risk. To replenish his energy, he must give in to worldly pleasures such as kissing his childhood friend. With his newfound powers, Noir begins his journey as a student in the Hero Academy, meeting new acquaintances and helping them through the dire situation.
操作ミスなら仕方ないな。
こんな。
おい、来たぞ。せい。
Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukinai. Genres: comedy, romance, slice of life, ecchi. When Kodaka Hasegawa finds out that he will be transferring to a new school, he is determined to make a positive impression and maybe even some friends. However, Kodaka discovers he is out of luck when he immediately gets labeled as a violent delinquent due to his blonde hair and intimidating expression. Although a month has passed, Kodaka is still alone thanks to his notorious reputation. However, his life begins to change when he finds fellow loner Yozora Mikazuki talking to her imaginary friend in an empty classroom. After sharing stories of their lonely high school life, Kodaka and Yozora decide to overcome the difficulties of making friends together by starting the Neighbors Club. Created for people who don't have friends, daily activities involve learning social skills and how to fit in, which will hopefully allow them to make friends. Joined by the eroge-loving Sena Kashiwazaki and other eccentric outcasts, Kodaka may finally have managed to find people he can call friends in this club filled with hilarious oddballs. And completely unrelated, totally asking for a friend, where do I sign up for?
近すぎる。
その勝負待った。どうやら間に合ったようだな。工作いかだ。
Norin. Genres: comedy, romance, ecchi. Idol-obsessed Kosaka Hata is left devastated when his favorite, Yuka Kusakabe, unexpectedly announces her retirement at the peak of an illustrious career. As Yuka's biggest fan, this news proves to be more difficult than he can bear. Shaken to his very core, he sinks into depression and places himself in self-imposed isolation. However, on the day his friends manage to convince him to attend school again, he gets a pleasant surprise. It turns out that his beloved idol, under the guise of Ringo Kinoshita, has transferred into his class. This miraculous development fills Kosaka with newfound resolve as he dedicates himself to take advantage of the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With the support of his teacher and friends, Kosaka works towards getting close to the girl of his dreams and uncovering the reason for her retirement from the entertainment.
諦められなくなるじゃない。私が諦めるためにも 渡しません。
Kanajo Mo Kanajo. Genres: comedy, romance. After harboring an unrequited love for years, Nayo Mukai finally gets to date his childhood friend Saki Saki. However, just as he tries to commit himself to this relationship, he receives an abrupt confession from Nagisa Minase. At first, Naoya tries to reject her, but is soon overcome by feelings of not wanting to hurt Nagisa. Trying to avoid betraying his girlfriend's trust in him, Naoya thinks up a solution to make both girls happy: two-time it. Naturally, Saki rebuffs this idea, but through Naoya's and Nagisa's persistence, she reluctantly submits. With this, a three-way affair begins between Naoya, his girlfriend, and his other girlfriend as they develop a relationship that deviates from the social...
あれ いやごめんなんかつい かわいい
Nijiro Days. Genres: comedy, romance, slice of life. Nijiro Days follows the colorful lives and romantic relationships of four high school boys: Natsuki Hashiba, a dreamer with delusions of love; Tomoya Matsunaga, a narcissistic playboy who has multiple girlfriends; Keiichi Katakura, a kinky sadist who always carries a whip; and Tsuyoshi Neo, an otaku who has a cosplaying girlfriend. When his girlfriend unceremoniously dumps him on Christmas Eve, Natsuki breaks down in tears in the middle of the street and is offered tissues by a girl in a Santa Claus suit. He instantly falls in love with this girl, Anna Kobayakawa, who fortunately attends the same school as him. Natsuki's pursuit of Anna should have been simple and uneventful. However, much to his dismay, his nosy friends constantly meddle in his relationship as they strive to succeed in their own endeavors of love.
下から着せるわね。
Megami Ryo no Ryobo-kun. Genres: comedy, romance, ecchi. 12-year-old Koshi Nagumo's life suddenly goes downhill when his father abandons him after their house burns down. Left to fend for himself, Koshi collapses on the street, but an eccentric woman named Mineru Wachi takes pity on him and brings him to the female dormitory Megami Ryu. After learning of Koshi's situation, Mineru, who happens to be the temporary manager, invites him to become Megami Ryu's official dormitory mother. However, what awaits him are the dorm's residents, each with their own wacky shenanigans. Like the androphobic yet gentle Atene Satome, the feminine tomboy Kiria Sensho, and Mineru herself, whose recklessness knows no bounds when it comes to science. Despite this, Koshi does his best to fulfill the duties of this crazy new life.